What do coaches look for while recruiting athletes? What you bring to the table matters the most. Whatever you best at, you need to sharpen those skills. So I'm not saying not to work on other things that you're weak in, but you need to try to become a pro at something. For example, like if you're a receiver who is a jump ball receiver, you need to practice being the best jump ball receiver you can be. There's some receivers that just take the top off. They run past people. You have the shifty small receivers that play slot. There's all different types of receivers, but you just have to master what you're good at. Be good at what you do. Define yourself at that thing. Same thing for running backs. You have the big running back that just hit the hole hard. They run and hit the hole hard. You got your shifty running back. You got your patient running backs who just lay everything play out and then they go. It's all different types of things, but there's not really a position that's just you're an overall player. Like you're just good at everything. That's like super, super rare. And I don't think that hasn't been shown before. All athletes are just good at one thing. So that's why I say master one thing. We're all given God-gifted abilities to do certain things good. We're not all perfect, but we're not all the same either. So I can be better at this than you are, which that's gonna make me stand out more. And also I would like to state that it's a misconception that to get to college you gotta be all big and muscular and all that, but in reality when you get to college, the strength coach and your nutritionist and all that, they're gonna put the weight on you. You're gonna be eating 10 times as more as you was in high school. In high school, you get to school early, you eat breakfast, you got lunch, and then you eat whatever your parents cook for dinner. But when you get in college, you get at least 3 meals from like being in football. You're gonna get fed a good amount of food fed to you. You can get second, third instead of lunch. You get one lunch, and it's just like I'll estimate 300 calories. You know what I'm saying? Like small little quantities of food items that you get. But when you're in college, you get so much more, and that's gonna help you put on muscle because muscle really comes in your calories and the amount of protein that you eat. So that's a misconception. You really don't got to be big. They're going to develop you to be bigger. That's like something that has to happen when you get in college. And it's something that the coaches make sure will happen is that you will gain weight and muscle. So that's not really something that coaches look for. It would be a plus to already have that. You know what I'm saying? Like 9 times out of 10, you're going to already get an offer from being your size. But that's not something that's going to hold somebody back. Especially now in this day and age, you got your small receivers, small DBs. If you can play, you can play. So that's the biggest thing. If you can play, you can play. The coaches can control how much weight and muscle they put on you, but they can't control the attributes that you hold as an athlete. That's what's going to separate you from any other player. And I'm talking about the certain attributes and things that the coaches look for in athletes while they're recruiting. First though, we got your mind and your attitude. With your mind, they need to know that you're smart. In college, everything happens fast. So you got to be able to process things very quickly. They also want to make sure that your goals align with their goals too. So like if they don't align with each other, they're really not going to try to come after you because what they got in mind, they want to win. They want to play this type of way. They want to move this type of way. And you're totally different. You're not going to fit in the program. And with your attitude, you got to be someone who cares about what they're doing. If you're given a scholarship, that's the coaches telling you that we're going to spend thousands of dollars on you. And so for you not to care, that's basically them wasting money on you. So they look deep into attitude and how you bring value to the team. With that being said, you really got to be intentional about the way you move. You have to do things with a purpose, do things with certain actions, you know what I'm saying? Can't be nonchalant. You got to be on your A game. Another thing is you have to be coachable. Coaches want to make sure they can mold you into the player they want you to be. For certain systems, they need certain players to do certain things, and if they offer you, they mean you already hold the physical attributes. They just need to put the technique on you, and that's what their job is to teach you and to put you in the best position to play. So if you're stuck up and you don't want to listen to nobody or change your old ways, you know what I'm saying? Like it's going to be a long road for you, and there's nothing the coaches can do. You can be a bench rider, you won't play or nothing because they're going to recruit more people. So like that, this all goes down the process. If you're like this, they're just going to move on to the next person. You're not the only person in this world. You're not the only athlete. There's thousands of athletes begging to play college football. So why would they want somebody who don't want to be coached? Next up, we got being likable and respectable. Coaches got to know that them as well as your teammates got to enjoy having you on the team. If you're a cancer to the team, you won't be around for long. They will not allow someone to bring the whole team down just because you're negative or not in the same fit as everyone in the team. Coaches will do background checks on you. Like they will contact anybody that has any information on you. That's from teachers, coaches, trainers, anybody. Like they look deep into that because like I stated before, they're spending thousands of dollars on you with scholarship and they don't want to waste their money because if you don't fit everything, they can always move on to somebody else. If I put myself in the coach position, I'm looking at a player as in like, what fruit do I bear from you? Are you a leader? Do you pick people up when they're down? Are you positive influence on the team? I'm looking for things like that in players because you always need somebody on your team that's gonna always keep the team going. Don't be stagnant and just like go through the motions. I need somebody that's gonna come in, push everybody, be the best they can be, and just have a good culture on my team. And I've stated in previous videos before, college football is a business. Like this everything is in their control. They control everything. So like the way they move is very picky. You know, you get recruited. Yes, you might get recruited, but coaches are also recruiting 10 other guys that are similar to you. So it's a business. You always got to remember that it's a business. Next up, we got explosiveness, speed, and power, and agility. On the field, attributes are obviously important. A lot of coaches like to see more explosiveness and power. How fast can you get off the ball? How far can you drive people back? Like strike and drive people back. Can you be the hammer and not the nail? So are you going to create contact before contact comes to you? With speed, I think offense players, they really like speed because if you're a skilled guy, you need to be able to show breakaway speed. So you creating separation from the defender. And then on the offensive line, they want to see big guys move quickly and they can move left to right because, you know, you're pulling, you're doing all these types of things. For screens, you're getting downfield. You got to be able to move fast. And then on defense for skilled players, coaches like to see you close space, coming downhill, closing space. With the power, they want to see you come down here striking, hitting, doing all these types of things. They want to see how fast you can get downhill. One thing that I know for sure on offense that coaches like to see is for skilled guys, you making people miss. If you think about all the people in the NFL that can make people miss, it's really slim, and that's what for sure separates them from everybody else. Think about at quarterback, Lamar Jackson. You got Tyreek Hill, Jerry Jeudy, Calvin Ridley. All those guys are really good at making people miss, and that's what really separates them and makes their game the way they play. You know, they got good routes, they can juke and all that, but like them making people miss, getting yak, yards after catch, like that's super good. That's probably the top thing that you could do to get yourself really noticed by college coaches for an offensive skill player is making people miss. Actually, take that back. If you're a playmaker, that's gonna get coaches' attention. If you make plays, that's gonna get coaches' attention because some people, just make plays. If you make plays, top of the list, man. You top of the list already. College coaches look for a combination of athletic ability, technical skills, and character while recruiting athletes. They seek individuals who possess physical attributes for their specific position and demonstrate a strong work ethic. They look for individuals who can contribute to the team on and off the field in a positive manner. Coaches value recruits who show that they can be coached and show leadership qualities. Ultimately, the ideal recruit is not someone who just excels athletically, but someone who has the drive and will to keep going and improving every day. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Go check out my other videos. I have some really good content explaining things about college football. They're really informative. Go follow my social medias. I'm going to have them on the screen. Share this with someone who needs to know this. Like, you could always help other people. If this helped you, this would help someone else. So if you would, just share it with any coach, any athlete that would like this. But if y'all want to see certain things, certain topics, y'all just let me know. Until then, y'all be safe and y'all stay prayed up.